purpose symbolic instruction code. Basic. QBasic. I can tell you, years ago, I had an IBM PS1, which was an amazing machine. Let me just pull that up real quick. There's an IBM PS1, and this thing had, actually, my IBM PS1, it's been so long, I can't even remember. It was a PS1 or a PS2 that I had. I think it was the PS2. Either way, I do remember the specs. This thing had a 25 megahertz processor and 1 meg of RAM. And I believe it also had a meg of video RAM, if I recall correctly. It did have a pretty sweet CD-ROM drive on it. And I think it had a 2400 baud modem, if I recall correctly. This was a hand-me-down computer from my dad when he upgraded his to a laptop. This is back when I was, oh Lord, I think I was in, I don't even know, 5th grade, 4th grade, something like that. Either way, I had a love for computers that early, and upon playing around with this computer one day, I discovered it had a language, a programming language, built into it called QBasic, which was developed by Microsoft, and it was a part of Windows 3.1, the OS that my computer had. I can tell you, I fell in love with programming on this day. This was the day I remember being in my room and discovering that I had this IDE, this integrated development environment, baked into my computer already. I just needed to learn how to use it, and the rest is kind of history. Ever since then, I've been programming. I've moved beyond QBasic, obviously, but this is where it all started for me. So I always have a soft spot for QBasic and Windows 3.1, for that matter. I actually went out to the bookstore with my mom later on, at some point later, and bought a book called QBasic Programming for Dummies, which actually is still for sale on Amazon. So I'll put a link for that up. It's a good book. It's a good dummies book, I suppose. But it did help me learn. And so I was thinking about it the other day, and sure enough, if you go to the Microsoft store, QBasic is still a thing. It is still here. And you can get it on your Windows 10 computer by going to the Windows Store and downloading it, which is awesome. QBasic or QuickBasic is an interpreted language, meaning it doesn't compile the code into any kind of machine code. It just, when you hit the run button, that's when it starts to interpret your source code. So that is a little different from QB64, which we can cover in a later video. But essentially, this is QBasic, but it can compile code into native binaries for different OSs as well. So that's kind of cool. Today I wanted to cover just quickly and briefly a special place in my heart for QBasic. So again, you can download it from the Windows Store. And it actually comes up, and it is an entire IDE built into this program. So you get the programming language and an IDE that comes along with it. And it even comes with its own... Oh. I renamed this file. This file was called Color before. I meant to name this one. Anyways, it comes with nibbles, which is actually pretty cool. I was just playing this a minute ago. It comes with this source code already, and you get about 720 lines of source code here. It's got functions, it's got subroutines, it's got while loops. They declare their own type up at the top here. They have constants. I mean, they got everything. This is an advanced program right here. Check this out. You could play Snake, a version of Snake. I do have a color monitor. Thank you very much. Let's see what it does. And look at this. Look at this. Back when I was a kid, being able to program something like this just blow my mind. That is the coolest thing in the world. Thank you very much. So yeah, it just comes with this. Oh, Sammy died. I'm so sorry, Sammy. It comes with this one right here. What does this do? Prints a bunch of numbers. Has output, input examples. So BASIC, as the name implies, is a very basic language. And as I started out with, it's actually it actually stands for Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code. You can tell they started with the word basic and developed this later. They just wanted to call it basic. But either way, it is very basic, so you can literally write a a hello world program using just one line, which not many languages can say. You can use just the print statement in all cap letters. That's important. You can say hello world, and that's it. And you just hit this little play button right here, and it will run your program in a console. Now, you can run some additional commands. If you want to clear the screen first, you can put CLS. If you wanted to add a comment, you can put an apostrophe and then say, this is a comment for the QBasic World Program! Exclamation point. And that's how you do comments. Used to be you could do REM command. It looks like it still recognizes it. It highlights it. However, I tried this earlier, and it gave me an error saying it was undefined sub. So it looks like maybe we can't use it anymore. But the rest of it's fine. Still runs perfectly well. And then you can save as. And you do want to keep that .bs. So I would imagine that is important. Yes. And that's it. That's how you do Hello World in QBasic.